August is coming to an end, and European royal houses are starting to return from their summer vacations to their official duties. But perhaps the most intriguing story of this month has been the story in Denmark. Here, Princess Marie unexpectedly flew in from Washington, where Prince Joachim's family currently lives, and not only did she herself take part in a series of events, but she also brought her children with her, who rarely appear in public. This little family trip might turn out to be far more significant than it appears at first glance. Many are already talking about how it could herald a new chapter in the history of the Danish monarchy, considering the complicated circumstances of recent years. Princess Marie, who recently turned 49, arrived in Denmark on August 18th to open the Copenhagen Cooking 2025 Culinary Festival, where she serves as patron. But what caught the audience's attention wasn't just the festival itself, but specifically her appearance in the company of her children, Count Henrik and Countess Athena. The trio looked particularly harmonious. All were dressed in blue-toned outfits, which many interpreted as a symbol of family unity. And the festival theme this year was dedicated to onions, and the royal trio didn't limit themselves to just formal smiles. They actively participated in the program. The princess presented a diploma to the winner of the Best Ratatouille competition, and the children watched the culinary contests with interest. What makes the situation even more special is that the Danish royal house actively covered all these events on their official Instagram. This can be seen as a sign Joachim and Marie's family is still included in the circle of official duties. The visit looked not like a rare gesture of politeness, but as a full-fledged part of court life. And there were details that highlighted the human side of the story. The princess visited an ice cream factory, tried a treat specially created for the festival, played pétanque with other guests, and all of this looked very relaxed. There wasn't a feeling of royal distance, rather it was genuine interest and a desire to be part of the general fun. However, this day was filled with more than just gastronomic joys. Later that same day, in the same outfit with a sky blue blazer, Marie went to Frederiksberg, where she paid a visit to the organization Positivgruppen. This year, it's celebrating its 40th anniversary, and the princess spoke with the chairman, vice chairman, and group members. The visit looked very warm and heartfelt, and you could read in it that same social involvement that Marie has always been known for. The next day, August 19th, the princess was once again in the spotlight, this time in Birkerød, where she visited the Danish Emergency Management Agency. For the visit, she chose a white shirt dress with black polka dots in midi length with a belt at the waist. The look was completed with patent leather heeled shoes and a small black clutch. Everything looked very elegant, but at the same time, fresh and summery. But what attracted the public's attention most was her bracelet. It had charms with the initials A and H hanging from it, Athena and Henrik. This touch added special tenderness to the look and showed that for Marie, family always comes first, even when it comes to protocol meetings. All these events took place against the backdrop of new statements from Prince Joachim about the family's possible return to Denmark. In an interview with TV2 channel, he admitted, "We have a desire to return home, but we also don't rule out the possibility of staying abroad. Now we'll see. For now, it's in our plans. When my service here ends, we'll return home." He noted that all the family feels nostalgic for home, and this especially concerns the children. The story of Joachim's family is truly special. Everything changed in 2022 when Queen Margrethe unexpectedly stripped his children of their titles as princes and princesses. This decision affected all four of them, not only Henrik and Athena, but also the older sons from his first marriage, Nikolai and Felix. The queen then explained that she wanted to give her grandchildren the opportunity to build their own lives this way, unburdened by formal obligations. From January 1st, 2023, they officially became known as Counts and Countesses of Montpezat. And soon after this, Marie and Joachim decided to move abroad, first to Paris, where the family lived for several years, and from 2023 to Washington, where the prince works as a military attaché at the Danish embassy. That's exactly why the current visit looks so important. The family hadn't appeared in Denmark since January 1st, and Marie's return with the children immediately sparked talk that Count Henrik and Countess Athena might well take their place in the country's official life again. Their comfortable and confident participation in public events became a sign. The young generation, despite all the changes and loss of titles, is ready for possible duties. This is all the more relevant because right now, in many European monarchies, there's a process of reconsidering the role of royal families in society. The slimmed-down monarchy, reducing the number of working members, is becoming the norm, and Queen Margrethe's decision fits completely into this trend. But the paradox is that by removing the titles, the Queen simultaneously opened the door to a new role for her grandchildren, more free, but still significant. During the years of living abroad, Joachim's family has acquired what many European princes and princesses lack: international experience, bilingualism, the ability to exist in both royal and ordinary life. All of this could turn out to be a valuable asset for Denmark if the family decides to return. At the same time, relations with the ruling couple remain even and stable. King Frederick and Queen Mary don't show any signs of tension. On the contrary, joint events of recent years show that the family tries to stick together. For the monarchy, this is extremely important. Unity has always been valued by Danes more than luxury or parades. And now, Marie's return with official duties can be seen as the beginning of a new chapter. She clearly showed that she hasn't lost her skills, that she knows how to remain both ceremonial and heartfelt, and that she's ready to contribute to the life of the royal family. The only question is whether this August visit will become the prelude to something bigger, or will it remain a rare exception against the backdrop of their American life?